While Germany is an important place on the world map when it comes to history, we are sure that you didn't book your tickets to Germany just because of this small fact. Not only has it got towns straight out of the pages of a history book, but it also offers anything and everything from mountains to forests to big cities and culture. If you want us to be honest here, we would say that it would take months to actually tour Germany, from one end to the other. But hey, don't worry, because no matter how long or short your trip is, we are here to cover it all for you. Welcome to Travelmoji, your exclusive boarding pass to access the world. In today's video, we will take you on a virtual journey to Germany, and together we will explore the top 10 places to see in Germany. Number 10, the island of Rügen. If you thought Germany was a complete landlocked country, you are wrong. Rügen is the largest and perhaps the most beautiful of the German Baltic islands. It has got everything to offer, from its diversity of landscape, including everything from flat farmland and forest-covered hills, to expansive sandy beaches, lagoons, and lovely peninsulas. If you are a nature lover, make sure to visit the Jasmin National Park, which has got some pretty rare species of wildlife, such as the white-tailed eagles. Another place you should not be missing out on are the island's beautiful Stubnitz beech forests, which is a part of Königstuhl National Park. These dense old forests come to a dramatic end on the Königstuhl, and a sheer chalk cliff plunges down the sea from a height of 117 meters, making it one of the most dramatic scenic spots. Are you a fan of history? Head to the little old resort town of Putbus, seat of the Princes of Putbus, and roam around the numerous neoclassical buildings and parks. It is indeed an island with everything. Number 9, the Rhine Valley. Even before we came to this one, we are sure that this is probably one of the top recommendations that you got till now, and visiting the Rhine Valley is indeed worth it. Not only is it Europe's most important waterway, the Rhine is also the most beautiful. There is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site here, the Upper Middle Rhine Valley section, and you will always find tourists throughout the year at this place. What is so special about it? Well, this 65-kilometer stretch of river boasts more than 40 castles and some 60 picturesque medieval towns, all just waiting to be explored, either by river cruise or by car. If you need a tip, start from the town of Bingen, and then make your way to the Bacharach Valley. Koblenz also serves as a superb jumping-off point for explorations of the beautiful Rhine Valley. You will come to thank us later. Number 8, Berlin. How could it be that we mentioned Germany and missed out on its beautiful capital? If you are only ever to make a single trip to Germany, trust us when we say that you will want to spend at least a few days in Berlin. Not only is it one of the most vibrant cities of Europe, it also has amazing shopping, entertainment, and dining options. But that is not all. Berlin is also rightly considered one of Europe's top cultural destinations, thanks to the numerous excellent art galleries and museums. It is also one of the best places to have a great nightlife experience. You can go for concerts by the renowned Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, or perhaps taking a performance by Berlin Opera, or simply wandering the always interesting avenues and boulevards in the Mid-District, where you'll find famous landmarks such as the Brandenburg Gate. Number 7, the Museum Island. We just talked about Berlin, but the reason we singled out the Museum Island is that it is a place that requires a special mention and even more than a day to just look around. Berlin's world-famous Museumsinsel, or Museum Island, includes some of the best and most reputed museums of the country. The Old Museum, constructed in 1830, is a place that exhibits the royal treasures. Some other museums worth mentioning are the new museum took shape, the National Gallery added in 1876, along with the Bode Museum built in 1904, and home to collections of antiquities. Also, do not leave out the Pergamon, which has recreated historic buildings from the Middle East. But as we warned, you definitely cannot complete Museum Island in a day. Number 6, Baden-Baden and Black Forest. Once you set foot in the town of Baden-Baden, you will immediately come to realize why it is called Germany's spa capital. Not just tourists, but also the rich and royalty come to this town for authentic spa town experiences thanks to its mild climate and hot springs. And this is just not a present trend. It has been going on since centuries. You could surely pay a visit to the town's famous spa garden, the Kurtgarden. But Baden-Baden is not just known for its spas. It's also famous for exquisite boutique shops and art galleries, as well as its many great restaurants and cafes. Number 5. Cologne. Cologne is yet another of those wonderful old German cities that has managed to preserve its past that can be enjoyed by the modern generations. The best places for you to go around in Cologne are just about all the places located in and around the old town. This is home to 12 classic old churches, including the very famous Cologne Cathedral. This grand cathedral is lined with antique merchant homes and modern art galleries, boutique shops, and cafes, making it a perfect mix of the past and present. If you are an ardent shopper lover, Cologne should be in the top of your list. It's got wonderful shopping areas and traditional marketplaces to purchase locally produced goods, from fashion and fragrances to foodstuffs. Do not make the mistake of missing out on some of the original Cologne-made chocolate, which you could find in many locations around the Old Town. One thing is for sure, you will not be running out of things to do. Go around and explore the ancient Roman remains, magnificent Baroque palaces, and countless museums and art galleries. Number 4. Hamburg. Going to Germany and not visiting Hamburg? Sounds like a big mistake to us, and indeed it is. If you want to experience a proper German cruise, Hamburg is the place to be. For more adventurous people, exploring the port of Hamburg would be even more exciting. It has still got the old warehouse district, which has now got everything from concert halls and entertainment venues to shops and restaurants, as well as art galleries and museums. There is also a harbor tour available, which offers incredible views of the port from the water. Wandering the city center is another thing you should put on your to-do list, especially if you head here along the Dijkstrasse with its distinct architecture and old townhomes. While you're in Hamburg, also make a note to visit the International Maritime Museum. Number 3. Füssen. The most popular reason as to why people head to Füssen is the Neuschwanstein Castle, which is one of Europe's most famous and picturesque royal castles. This is actually the inspiration for Walt Disney's famous theme park castles from 1869 to 86. Quite expectedly, a variety of tour options are offered, including guided tours of the sumptuous interior, taking in the throne room, the Singers' Hall, and, of course, some of the country's most spectacular views. Number 2. Zugspitze Massif. Mountaineers and hill lovers, are you guys feeling left out? Well, now is your time. Part of the Wetterstein mountain range, the Zugspitze Massif straddles the frontier between Germany and Austria and is surrounded by steep but extremely beautiful valleys. The eastern summit can be reached by the Bayerische Zugspitzbahn, which is basically a cog railway, or by cable car. But we can suggest you an even better option. Go aboard the Tiroler Zugspitzbahn. This is a railway that runs into the Zugspitzkamm station at a height of 2,805 meters. Once you get down at the Zugspitze Wetskipel station, make sure to visit the restaurants that offer amazing panoramic views. A stunning highlight of the journey is the chance to walk through an 800-meter-long tunnel, complete with viewing windows, to the Schnieferhaus station at the top of the Bavarian Cog Railroad. Thanks to the many ski resorts located nearby, Zugspitze is a must-visit German destination during winter days. Number 1. Rothenburg. Going to Germany with our loved one? Or maybe a honeymoon? Well, lovebirds for you all, Rothenburg is the place to be. This old imperial city, Rothenburg, is one of the most attractive places to visit on Germany's famous romantic road tourist route. The best thing to do in this medieval town is to go down on a walking tour and experience the charm of the place. There is no end of important places to explore, with individual buildings of note including the imposing 13th century town hall, the St. George's Brunnen fountain, and the Imperial City Museum. Simply walking the old streets of this pretty city and past the beautiful buildings is a timeless experience, especially if you are taking a detour through Polonin, one of the town's most picturesque spots. And after all that adventure, Take your loved one to one of the many fine restaurants dotted around the town. And if your vacation plans lie during the winter months, be sure to include a stop here for the traditional Christmas market, which draws crowds from across the country and even from different corners of the world.